name is Singh and I am doing my BTech in Electronics and Communication from Delhi Technological University. Today I will share my interview experience at IIM Bangalore on the platform of Placement Board. So after the shortlisting on the basis of CAT percentile as well as 10th, 12th and BTech scores, I was called for the interview at Indian Habitat Center at Lodi Road, and it was the morning slot. It was a two-way process which consisted of a written ability test followed by a personal interview. The first round, VAT, which was written ability test, we were given a topic on which we had to write about 200 words. They gave us 30 minutes to write on that, and they advised us that you use first 10 minutes to draft a rough sketch and later on put it in the fair in the later 20 minutes. The topic for the VAT was that nowadays we are seeing that many international schools, they are coming up with the international curriculums. So is it in perfect synchronization with the Indian society? You had to agree with it or you had to disagree with it, giving your points. After the VAT, I was asked to wait outside, and later on they called me for a personal interview. The panel had 3 professors from IIM Bangalore. They started with a very basic set of questions like tell me something about yourself, why do you want to do an MBA? Although they didn't agree with me and they grilled me on these questions for about 5 minutes. After that, they moved on to some other questions. They handed me a writing pad and they said, okay Satbir, let's do some work. Then they asked me that, do you know what's the relationship between demand and price? And they asked me to write an Indian universe relationship between that and to maximize the revenues out of that equation. And then they asked me whether it was a monopoly, oligopoly or a perfect competition that we are taking into consideration. And they gave me a graph of another company and told me to adjust that graph to the earlier company. So it was getting a little stressful, and they asked me that, do you think it's a stress interview? So I handled this question in a very humorous way. I told them, sir, I think it's a cool interview, but turning out to be a stress one for me, and we all started laughing. After that, they asked me to speak for about 1 minute that why should they take me in IIM Bangalore, and followed by that, do you have any questions from us? So I asked them that what a typical day at IIM Bangalore would be like for a student from a teacher's perspective, and they answered all those questions, and they also told me about the placements at IIM Bangalore, and they told me that we'll be looking forward to see you at IIM Bangalore. My advice to future aspirants of IIM would be to read newspapers daily, to read some articles. I read Hindu newspaper and their editorials, and to be yourself in the interview. They'll be testing you in some pressure situations, so don't panic and just be yourself. And guys, if you have any queries, just comment below, and to encourage such endeavors, please subscribe to our channel.